What is the history of stand-up comedy in New York City? Imagine a city where the streets buzz with energy and laughter echoes from every corner. That city is New York, and its comedy scene has a story as lively as its skyline. Stand-up comedy in New York City started way back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, rooted in vaudeville shows. These were variety performances with comedy, music, and acts all in one. Comedians in vaudeville often told quick jokes or engaged in witty banter, setting the stage for modern stand-up. As vaudeville declined in the 1920s, many comedians moved to radio, movies, or started performing solo in theaters and nightclubs. Their routines ranged from observational humor about everyday life to slapstick comedy. New York's diverse population and lively nightlife played a big part in shaping comedy. Burlesque shows, popular in the early 1900s, also helped develop stand-up by giving comedians a platform to connect with audiences of all backgrounds. This mix of native New Yorkers and immigrants created a vibrant environment for experimenting with different styles and topics. After World War II, the comedy scene in New York grew even more dynamic. Comedians began talking about social issues, personal stories, and everyday struggles, reflecting the changing culture of the United States. The 1950s and 1960s saw a shift from simple joke-telling to more personal, observational humor. Pioneers like Lenny Bruce pushed boundaries with honest and sometimes controversial material, influencing future generations. During this period, dedicated comedy clubs started to appear, moving stand-up out of variety shows and into venues just for comedy. The late 1950s and 1960s marked a turning point with clubs like Catch a Rising Star and the Improv opening their doors. These places became launchpads for many now famous comedians. They provided a space for new talent to grow, learn, and perform in front of live audiences. Comedians like Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, and Larry David all got their start in these clubs. The 1970s and 1980s are often called the golden age of New York stand-up. Comedy clubs flourished, and the city became known as the comedy capital of the United States. These clubs, with their lively atmosphere, helped launch many careers and shaped comedy styles. Today, New York City still holds a special place in comedy history. Its clubs range from historic spots to new experimental venues. Both new comedians and seasoned performers find a home here. Audiences can enjoy everything from traditional stand-up to more alternative acts. The city's comedy scene continues to influence the national landscape, inspiring new trends and launching careers. The legacy of New York's comedy scene is woven into the fabric of American entertainment. Every night, in clubs across the city, the tradition continues, with new voices joining the long line of comedians who made the city famous for making people laugh.